Greetings to you. The purpose of this foundation working is to guide you through some basic magic rituals and techniques. For the work in this opening session, we have selected rituals and meditations which are designed to protect the operator. You are advised to include one or more items from this selection before any longer session of magical work. Magic is not an exact science. Miracles can and do occur, but mistakes can be made and misfortunes arise. The most important way to learn is to record all your magical work in a special notebook or magical diary. We advise against experimenting with ritual under the influence of excessive amounts of alcohol or drugs of any kind. Otherwise, if you are in better than dismal shape, no physical harm should befall you from working through the exercises on this side of the tape. Two of the rituals are alternative forms of banishing. Such procedures should be used before and after a magical session to clear the working area of stray influences. As standalone rituals, both have been found to be effective in protecting against nightmares and poltergeist effects. They can also be used as a personal fortification to meet some pressing situation, like an interview or a summons to see the bank manager. First we will perform the Kabbalistic cross and the lesser banishing ritual of the Pentagram. These traditional rituals may be of medieval or Templar origin and have come down to us through the Order of the Golden Dawn. They are used by magical groups of every colour and intent throughout the world.
Before me, Raphael, behind me, Gabriel, at my right hand, Michael, at my left hand, Auriel, about us flame the pentagrams and in the column shines a six-rayed star. Ate Malkuth Vegebura Vegedula Leolam Om.
By chance, decide a direction to stand for east. This is simply done by spinning a pointer as it drops to the ground and nominating the direction indicated. If no pointer is to hand, a whirling dervish dance to collapse will work as effectively. Nominate the direction in which your head is pointing on regaining consciousness. This human compass dance is an advanced technique and should be attempted only under official supervision. You will either be released or committed to an insane asylum.
All stand facing east. Left arm and hand extended and pointing up. The first two fingers outstretched in the gesture of blessing. Attune the space of working with a supreme discordian vowel and a pentagram in right invoking.
The emanations flowing are like ripples in a force field. With each vowel sound another harmonic is introduced. The stroke starts top centre, then down to bottom left, across up right, and straight over up left. A stroke down right, then return up top to finish. A lunge to the centre of the sigil sets forth the dispersion to that quarter.
With outstretched arm, trace 90 degrees to your left. Make utterance and construct the seal.
To fate-determined north the ripple flow projects, smoothing stray imperfections in the lattice and introducing fresh ones. For no coherent system can be perfect, and from the axioms, no system which purports to be perfect can be coherent.
Turn left again and summon all your reserves of will. Burst forth the vowel and draw the star.
The sounds coalesce and interfere and oscillate, constructing in the void a tapestry like liquid magnet.
Now left against the sun to the southern quarter, and there with every fibre of your being vibrate the vowels and sign the device.
Suddenly the complex plane is established, that mystery which defies numerical reality to construct the vibrations and modulations which are the space and time of information transfer.
Turn left once more, returning to the east, and complete the cycle of dispersion.
A vision now. The complex plane extends all black in all directions like a boundless sea. In helicopter view, soar high and the shores come into view. Here are the fractal landscapes of the cosmos. the whirling, weaving, self-replicating details of the Mandelbrot.
Go higher now and higher, and see the surface of the planet recede. You are finally sitting at the focus of the Hubble Bubble Space Telescope, flexing distortions in the mirror towards perfection with the concentrated power of your will. Now you can see further back into the universe than has ever been possible before. Back to a time early in the expansion. Then by the mind's eye back further before the expansion gave existence to photons as carriers of light. Back in the blackness to the primal cosmic event. Hold in your mind the image of that first instant of expansion, that first emergence of chaos into the void.
And so is an image of the chaosphere developed, and harnessed by the operators as a symbol of will, typified in the instant of self-creation.
Let your total will be done. Redo yadanamada elila mikala zodos anil madariats vienies bel zodi rasiada yokya. Kausagi Zodiredo lonesemi de pede zodaxeso baduayen emade zodilodape tuat gemikla zodama laresade to elgalo Europiel la toque oveco a siempre uenquio emares sodacare go juez o adariat oruja do palcausagi Abram Magenetai Bekausagi Yokoronzon!
Chaos was the primal source, first of all, and next right-breasted Gaia, Mother Earth. In all ways a rest and relaxation place for the undead gods who haunt Olympus' snow peak. In Tartarus, the steamy socket of the underworld, is the guardian serpent devouring its tail. Eros is most beautiful of all the gods, who are not dead but sleeping. She charges the divinities and humankind alike with love bolts, forged in the mind of eternity. From chaos spawned the abyss of Erebos, and the sensual blackness of Nuit, and night herself gave painful birth to daylight sky and all the ethers. Those dark gleaming children of love juice mingled in Erebos' rapture-charmed caverns. Gaia, the earth, aroused herself in a ritual of self-love, and the firmament of stars streamed forth. They shroud and veil her over every night as a love nest, wherein to partake of sensuous bliss and wild abandoned ecstasy with all of the youthful gods.
Sit yourself in any comfortable position with the Ingwas rune card facing you. Shut your eyes and begin to breathe calmly and evenly, whilst stilling your mind as much as possible. Open your eyes and stare deeply at the Ingwas rune whilst intoning.
Was.
The Ingwas rune is your gateway to Asgard, the realm of the gods.
Your astral body leaves its physical base and passes through the center of the rune Ingwas and onto the rainbow bridge Bifrost. Walk across the bridge and stand at its farthest side.
Facing you is the god Heimdall, the guardian of Asgard, who sees and hears all. Heimdall is seen as a shining white figure carrying the giant blowing horn, Gjallarhorn. This horn he uses to warn the other gods of danger. You must provide Heimdall with a token so that you may pass him by.
Hold out your hands, palms up, towards Heimdall to show them empty of weapons and say,
I seek the High One, Odin.
Heimdall steps to one side.
leave the Bifrost Bridge and walk across the plain that lies before you, heading towards the walls of Asgard.
You hear the battle cries of countless warriors. These are the Einherjar, the chosen of Odin, who fight every day and are resurrected in the evening. They offer you no harm. You now stand facing the walls of Asgard. Before you is a massive gate.
Hold out your right hand and trace the Ansus rune onto the gate with your forefinger.
Anzu, Anzu, Anzuza.
Beginning the rune at the bottom, trace it up to the top and then down to the right. Then, moving your forefinger to the middle of the upright, trace it down to the right. The rune glowing on the gate is the rune of Odin, which he recognizes as his own. The gate swings open.
Walk through the gateway.
Facing you is one of the Valkyries, the battle maidens of Odin, who collect the dead heroes from the battlefields and take them to Valhalla. She is dressed in full armour, and although she has a tough countenance, you have no fear. Only the fearless come this far and have the courage to beard Odin in his lair.
Take the Valkyrie's hand and walk beside her to the entrance of Odin's great hall Valhalla. You both enter the hall.
Before you stands an ageless wizard. He is dressed in a long blue cloak. His face is obscured by his large-brimmed floppy hat, and all you can see is one glaring eye. In his right hand he holds a mighty spear. Its point is directed at your midriff. This is the god of sorcerers, Odin. He does not menace you, but you know the meaning of the word awe for the first time in your life.
Greet Odin.
Hail, Odin. I wish to question you. Are you prepared to give me answers?
Odin nods his head slightly, which you take to mean yes.
Think through your question in your own way in your mind. Odin is a powerful enough sorcerer that he may pick up your thoughts without the need for words.
You know that Odin understands you. He gives the matter some thought and then begins to answer you. You hear his voice clearly in your head.
You are now going to leave the realm of the gods. Thank Odin for his help.
You see that Odin is well pleased with your courage and your faith in him. He bids you farewell.
Walk out of the hall and on across the space facing you to the gateway out of Asgard.
The Valkyrie looks at you and smiles. Behind her smile is a dread knowing. You have no fear, for she means you no harm.
Walk through the gate of Asgard, which opens before you, and cross the plain. Go on to the Bifrost Bridge and cross it.
Heimdall is on the bridge keeping watch. He appears not to notice you.
At the farthest side of Asgard you see the Ingvar's gateway. Step through the gateway. Take 3 deep breaths and then open your eyes and stretch yourself.
The rite is now ended. If you have a magical diary, it would be best for you to write down the results of your questions before going about your daily business. This meditation improves visualization and is useful if you need to stop, relax and recharge at some point during the day. If extended, It can be used to boost your personal protection, and it has been found to be of assistance to insomniacs who get fed up with the late-night telescreen.
Relax. Lie down on your back. Get comfortable. Start breathing evenly and deeply through your nose. Close your eyes. Absorb the enfolding darkness of the void. Perceive the myriad random twinklings as chaos provokes the virtual processes which maintain the dynamic of the universe. With a deep in-breath, perceive a concentration of these processes, and with the outflow of breath, vibrate the vowel sound which focuses the energy on the brow.
Twinkling specks seem steered as if by magnetic convolution, and settle in a radiance held in place by the mantric vowel.
Breathe deep again and exhale with the vowel to focus energy on the throat.
The radiance of chaos moves through the operator's nervous system, collecting to a focus near the vocal cords.
Breathe again and exhale the vowel and pitch for the chest.
The radiance coalesces again, and the focus shifts. A warm, revitalizing glow is felt.
Another breath and shift the node point to the solar plexus.
Center of concentration moves on down, stimulating the visceral processes.
And now the one you enjoy.
Does he now command? In times before we might not speak of it. The sound moulds soft-lipped succubi to lick about his loins, bringing a concentration of vital juices, stimulating sensitive areas. But now he can hold the note no longer. The vision fades, the radiant glow remains.
Now, carry the energy back up the scale together. Focus your attention on the pillar of force connecting the energy centers awakened within your finer body. Feel a swirl of circulation beginning to build within and up and down your spinal column. With hands crossed on your breast, stillness without and surging power within, you can adopt the style of a dead Egyptian god being prepared for the ceremony called opening the mouth.
Our operator now appears to be quite comatose, but it can be quite plainly seen on the etheric body scanner that there is a myriad of activity taking place on finer levels. From his hands extend the phoenix wand and flail of dead Osiris. Atop his head, the twin crowns of the Nile. About him at the quarters, the canopic jars. From these reliquaries sprout tendrils in the ether, enveloping the god and binding round his limbs and weaving into bandages.
Now force out and amplify the life force. Circulate it round your feet and over your head, up on the in-breath, down on the out. Up the right side, down the left. Up your spinal column like an orgasm, out through the top of your head and showering down to collect again at your feet.
The scanner shows the fluid dynamics of turbulence set in motion by the operator's meditation patterns. The whole takes on the form of a phosphorescent egg, an archetypal symbol of the cosmos.
The egg now forming, hold fast within your view. Perceive the shell that hardens, protecting all inside it, like armour or a carapace. Extend it, if you will, to encompass your loved ones, your home, your chariot, and your treasures. Make it smooth outside, then smoother still, then more till mirror flat. Then let the surface take its shine, to reflect back whence it came, any force which would move to disturb the tranquility of life within the egg.
It seems our operator is adopting a moderate approach to psychofacture of an eggshell mirror. This specimen will repel curses or malefic thoughts only at the same intensity with which they were aimed. A personality with less restraint might construct a shell with an amplifying rebound, but encounter an adversary who had done the same. A simple mistake along the pathway to madness.
Now is the time of coming forth by day.
Hail to thee, Osiris risen! Hail to thee who art Ra in thy rising! Of governments and rich men vomits out upon the earth.
The items on this side of the tape are the results of recent experiments in recording actual rituals of invocation and evocation. It is likely that further experiment with recording of what occurs during these altered states of consciousness will be carried out. As regards this material, no claims are made concerning any utterance by any purported entity. They are simply an unedited record which may be of unique interest to historians or students of magic. The first ritual, called Mass of Chaos B, is performed in concordance with the published version in Peter Carroll's book Psychonaut. During the ritual, the entity, Baphomet, is invoked through the material basis of one of the participants, and a libation, in this case of spring water, is charged and shared. The second ritual is an attempt closely to reproduce the evocation of Choronzon using Dr. John Dee's Enochian Call of the 10th Aethyr. This working was performed, somewhat disastrously, by Crowley and Newberg at Busada in the Algerian desert in December 1909, and to our best knowledge had not been repeated until this tape was made. It is our view that the historical interest value of the material outweighs the recording quality. The third ritual is, we believe, the first attempt to evoke one of the supernal entities of chaos into something approaching a studio environment. Tiamat, the Babylonian serpent deity of chaos, is manifested by one of the participants using a self-developed auto-evocative technique. As well as formal questions, the unedited tape includes some dialogue between the entity and the Frata sound engineer, during which Tiamat can be heard swatting at a microphone. We are open-minded about the cerebral processes involved in invocation and evocation, but we feel it is an area of experience which demands further research. We would point out that the participants in the rituals on the tape have many years of experience of similar workings, and we do not recommend entity evocations to be an ideal starting point for beginners. Separation from the entity is achieved successfully and included on each of the taped workings, so it is unlikely, in our view, that any deleterious effect should result simply from listening to the tape. The following material is provided on the merits of its historical interest, and if you feel you might be disturbed by listening to it, now is the time to switch off the machine. If anything you hear makes you feel uncomfortable, we suggest playing to the end of the ritual in question and following either with the Chaos Banishing at the end of this side or the Golden Dawn Banishing on side 1 of the tape. Relax and enjoy.
It is our will to project the impulse of chaos.
You stand before you as Baphomet! God before all gods, who shall endure till the end of the world. This is our will.
Io Baphomet. Io Baphomet. Io Baphomet.
Matariatsa das Herifa Zodax Kahisa Mikaola Zoda Saanire Kaosago Od Fifisa Balzodizodarasa I Aida Nonuka Goholime Mikama Adoianu Mata Faoda Bel Io Erebe Soba O Aona Kahisa Luciftias Peripesol Das aber asasa Nonu Cafe Neta Aibe Ka Osaji Otilabe Adape Haha Ita Dame Pelozodo To Ata Nonu Cafe Yimi kala Sodomo I arasada Tofe yilo Marebe Yareyo Ido O Torezzo Dulape Yaodafe Gohaola Kaosaga Taba oreda sa anire od kahares at eosa Jure poila ti obila busadira tilabe no alanu paida ore saba od dodare meni zoda yolana illa zodate tilaba paramija Peri pesazza ota curelesata Bo apisa Lanibame o ukaho Sayo mepe o kaha Ris atioza Ayitol turun toreno Mireka Kotiobile lena Tonu pao me vedo Ditso dalamo asa pianu Od kahara ris at iosa Agila tore toreno Parakahe a seomepe Tore dazo di zoda Doda pala od fifala zodo Lasa manada Od faragite bamesa Omeos asa Koni sapera Od aotsa tonuj Oresa Katapile Naosami Tabeyezi Leoita Hemonuji Vanukahi Ome Petilabe Oresa Badile Mo o Abe Ol Koredatso Ditsoda El Kapima O It's O Matsipe Od Kako Kasabe Gosa Bajila Lenu Pi Tiana Luta Abapalana Luda Od Fao Regita Teloka Uo Unime Madari Atsa Torezodu Oedari Atsu Orokahu Obo Aperi Toba Ori Periatodo Arita Apasa Adara Peanu Koresata Dobitsa Yola Kame Periatsodi Arika Kao Azodiore Od Kus Kuaso Sabe Quotinuji Ripire Pa'a Od Sata Sagakore Umila Od Pere Datsodare Kakareji Aoi Veae Koreme Peta Tore Zodo Zodakare Od Zoda Meranu Asipat Petu Sibozi Brutamanu Das Surizeu Dasa Tia Balatanu Odo Kikale Kwa Od Oso Datso Dame Pele Pele Iadanamada Iadamalada Iadanamada Coronzon. My name is Norvegicus, lest we meet again. And I've got 4 questions for you.
Here now.
1 manifestation of Coronzon known to us was on the 6th of December in 1909 nearby Saba in the African desert. Can you give any clarification of the discourse and events which took place on that occasion?
There were fewer of you.
Have you anything else to say on that subject? Is the operator who conducted the working said any restrictions to Coronzon? What effect will result from this? Or did result from this?
They misunderstand my nature, Mary. Miracle. Again, sir.
Are you able to assist in the operation of the Lapis project?
That. Possibly so.
If so, can you give us any sign or sigil which may help us? And if so, I'm going to write it down, so you'll have to use this rude vehicle in such a way as I can understand it.
In was. Ingoose. Another larger outside it. Aligned with the centre north to south. And extending. Extending north, extending south. Now on east to west, through the points. What say you, Rune Master?
Well, the first thing I see is that it looks like a kite which I used to fly when I was a child. But
How many rooms see you now?
Two. I can see 2 rooms. I can see 3 rooms, 2 of which are the same.
Name them.
I see 2 inglot rooms, and
Yeah.
I see a gable room, which is,
No Theo?
yeah, of a sort, yeah,
And reflected?
and reflecting,
And
yes,
inverted?
and reversed.
Twice?
Yes. 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 Yeah.
Define Theo for me. What does it represent?
It represents the primal fire of creation from the first cow.
And in a material sense?
And in a material sense, it represents money.
You wanted a seal?
Yes, thank you very much. One of our members is locked in dispute with a powerful Baron Reuter because of alleged injustice against him. What advice can you give him concerning the shards of this Baron's talisman?
While he holds the shards, while he holds them, he controls the situation. He wishes systemic effects. So it is important. It's important he should treat with them systemically, not to damage individuals if it is his will not to do so. Take one very small shard, grind it like so. Knead it in clay or putty to the shape of the Baron's totem. Toot, 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 toot. The portal. Toot, toot. Wings, angel, trumpet. Mould it. Mix what's crushed or slithers in with putty to the shape of this totem and consult.
Consult after
Consult further. Do that, then consult. In the meantime, you have control to keep the shards.
Thank you. On his behalf.
Now can we play games?
Have you got anything that you would like to tell us that might be of some advantage to us as a group?
You need a bigger place. You should look for somewhere bigger. You should seek to communicate more regularly among yourselves. There are many different groups of you. You are all in different places. Okay, it's nice that you are able, sometimes different people come from different places, but you should all know what each other is doing on a regular basis. The magazine should be electronic as well as the paper, all the way through. Yeah.
Do you mean Chaos International?
Yeah. And the mailbox should start becoming integrated.
Yeah.
Because the one will develop the other. And people all over the place will be invoking Qurans on.
Quran's on. We thank you for your presence here, and we ask you to depart.
I thought you could constrain me with a thunderbolt at least.
Quran's depart. Quran's on. Depart from this mortal base. Depart from this mortal base.
Wait a second. Banishment faster!
It is our intent to summon and call the snake goddess of chaos, Tiamat. This is our will. Enki, Lord and Master of Magicians, I summon thee to aid in this work. Come with these words. Saraso Zevan, Neto Banzan, Taras Nazan, Enki, Naras Osasman, Dero Deak, Zotos, Enki. Matasasoros, Sarapolotaran, Yetosaram, Matasaron Tiamat, Taras, Yaras Toron Joseph Saran, Narandaras, Parapolarak, Karatas Unuro Toros Savaraman, Sharasaratos, Sharandoro Porea, Nirakonda Sarapetaya, Nestandoro Laman, Yerosara, 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 Tiamat, 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 Tiamat.
What is your name?
My name? You speak in a strange tongue. Tiamat, what do you want? What's this? Where am I?
We are trying an interesting experiment.
You think I'm a laboratory animal?
No, we do not think you are a laboratory animal. You have wise words for us, yes?
Yes, of course.
We wish your wise words to be recorded
Yes.
so that other people not here with us today
Yes.
can hear what you have to say to us. There is no threat. We are friends.
This, like,
This?
same thing, yes?
Yeah, all the same thing. We are talking in here, you talk in here, in the machine. We can hear what you say.
I know what this is. This is your picture machine. You watch it for hours.
Yes,
You
ah.
strange
But this
creatures.
is not on a picture machine.
No.
This is on a sound machine.
Yes.
You hear? Look.
Yes, I know. I understand now. Yes. I understand now.
Right. We have some questions
Yes.
that we would like to ask. It is necessary for you to speak into
Yes.
a lollipop. Yeah?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
The first question.
Tiamat, I ask you to describe to us how the universe was born and what is the symbolic meaning behind you being cut into pieces by Bel Merida.
I will answer your first point first. The origins of the universe is similar to what you would call the sexual union between your species of male and female. There was in the beginning no thought, nothingness. This is known to the Kabbalists. They divulge what I said. As Ein Sof, limitless light, it expands a tensor sphere of Kether. The interaction of the conscious thought was the interaction of the primal sexual act, when the great magician impregnated the womb of the universe and gave birth to form. The second part, relating to Bel Merodach. Ha! God of order. I was not cut into sections. I divided myself into what you know as earth, fire, air, and water. These elements all have chaotic elements. You have recently lost 25,000 of your people in an earthquake in an area known as my homeland, Iran. It is not Iran. It is predating Babylon. That is the power of the wind, that is the power of the earth. It is chaotic. This is where you are going. That is why I was divided into four. I can reunite as one, but you and your planets would not be able to take it. Do you understand?
Thank you. This time we have been able now.
Yes.
Before, when you have spoken to us, you speak so fast that it is difficult for us to listen to everything. Now you have said this, we can play it and we can hear
Yes.
what you are saying. It is very useful, thank you.
Simple memory device, yes.
Simple memory device.
Yes.
By what other names may we invoke you?
There are many names by which I can be invoked. Predated to be called Tiamat, I was known as Zentara. Zentara. I have been seen by those who have tried to communicate me as a female deity. Your goddess of chaos is an equal name to invoke. Koronzon Baphomet, and also remember Pazuzu. Okay.
Would you tell us how we might recruit some suitable women for our temple, please?
What you do now is a very good idea. When you say suitable women, I think in how you think, people you can work with who are on an equal relationship to you magically, yes. What you need to do is continue in the way that you have been going, but also put out a message. I do not know how you have machines. To make it subtle, not say we want more women. I mean, for fuck's sake, use your imaginations. There's a way in which you feel working with each other would pull in more of the feminine side of things.
Yeah.
You will have more women soon. A of you have already requested to join. That is for you to decide. But remember, it is better to have a small jewel than a massive crown. Do not seek just for the sake of fucking seeking.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
We thank you, Tiamat.
You want me to go now?
We need, it may well be, Tiamat, that we have need to call on you again, and perhaps to ask the same questions.
Can't you remember with your machine?
Because on the recording on the machine, we have never tried to record an entity, a manifestation as it happens, in this way, and we do not know with these machines whether it will actually work. We hope it will, but it may be that we have conversation in this environment again. But for now, thank you very much for your assistance and your wise words.
Do you want me to go into the machine?
No, that's fine. You don't have to go in the machine. You are already, what you have said is already in the machine, but we have to see now whether it has worked satisfactorily. Yeah?
I like your little tools, they're quite amusing.
This one, mate.
You want me to go from this ridiculous form?
if it pleases you to do so.
Okay. You have set no boundary for me. This is unwise of you. There is no boundary here. I can go wherever I like now on your plane. I could walk out that door.
Yeah.
But there's no...
Respa Yeah.